I said we going live now, so I'm finna do it. Yeah, we getting started. So who phone is this? This your phone? Okay. Here you go. I'm gonna need some pictures too. Okay. Oh yeah, you can send them to me. Yeah.
And I got my mic muted, but it's all good. You know how we rock out. We start with the mic muted.
For,
Right.
for sure.
Well, what's up, world? It's Thawed Magazine, man. Jay, Jack, and Crystal in the building. You know what it is. We got a special guest, Footy G, in the building, man. Y'all show some love for Footy G.
Yeah,
Man,
bless.
it's an honor to have you on, Footy, man. What's good with you?
Man, every day is a day, so I'm blessed to be here on this show right now. I really appreciate it, man.
No
So yeah,
doubt, no
yeah,
doubt.
yeah, another day at it. Ain't no time to waste.
Yeah, yeah, man. I'm finna change that up, that camera, the layout. Let me see. There we go. There
Okay,
we go. Get it,
there
get
we
it, get
go.
it in the center of attention right now.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, boy.
Man, it's an honor. Like I said, it's an honor to have you on, man. You've been doing business, doing the game, music, everything for a while now. So we appreciate you rocking with Thawed Magazine, man. That's all love. Salute.
Yeah, yeah, boomerang, bro, right back at you. You've been doing this
Ah,
same thing. You know what I'm saying? That's the
yeah.
blessing that I'm getting right now is because you don't have to do the homework because you lived it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And that's why it's really an honor because as we all age, we didn't stop what we believed in and what we was doing. We just expanded it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Let me trying to change this on the public because when I start the live, they always change it to private on my personal page. So I'm just
yeah.
changing it to public right now.
Okay.
Yeah, because well, right now, if anybody's watching, it's streaming. Well, we got a couple people with us right now, of course, man. We appreciate y'all. Y'all could have did anything in the world, and y'all chose to rock with us. So salute,
Yeah, flat out
uh,
100.
man. So we got this streaming on YouTube. You can rock it on YouTube. If you don't see your comments leave some comments. If you don't see them, go to YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. You can
Yeah.
go to Facebook, um, the Thawed Magazine page on Facebook. Um, man, it's gonna be it's streaming on a couple platforms. So we
Okay.
appreciate y'all rocking with us.
Oh
Much
yeah,
love.
100. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We're gonna go and get into this interview. Uh Footy, man. Tell them a little bit about you. Just just if, for whoever, I don't know how they don't know, but if they don't know, just let them know a little bit about you right now.
All right. Well, pretty much, a lot of people want to know how did I come up with the name Footy.
That's one thing too. We was gonna get into that.
Now,
Right.
with that being said, I have an aunt, and when I was born, my mother kept footies on my feet. So my auntie was flicking my feet, and she was like, "You know what? This boy got so much stuff, and he got footies to match everything. I'm just gonna call him Footy."
Yeah.
And so my entire family, they called me Footy. But when I moved to Saginaw, Michigan, I came to Saginaw when I was 16.
16. Okay.
And so I'm gonna say I was fortunate enough to come to Saginaw at that time because I grew up in Chicago on the west side and the south side, the Inglewood area. And when I turned 16, that's when I moved to Saginaw because my great grandmother had moved down there.
Yeah.
And so she lived in Sheridan Park, and I ended up going to Saginaw High. And so when I made it to Saginaw High, I was like in the 10th grade. And so in the 10th grade, I met my bro, Kentella Harris, aka Ken Boy. And so we met each other at Saginaw High, and we pretty much been together ever since. And what started me to rapping was, I know that's what you're gonna ask me anyway, but what started me to rapping was that I walked into Ray's Records and Tapes, and I was going in to buy me a Too Short tape. And when I walked in there, Ray had a counter, and in that counter, it was local people in there. And in that counter, I saw Mac the Jacker, and I seen that nigga Bone. And I said, them niggas GD songs in my grandmama house. Because G Pierce is my cousin.
Oh, okay.
He is my blood cousin from UBU. Him.
Yeah.
And Don Q is my blood cousin, and he is an awesome producer also.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And so at that time, you know, I went in there, and when I saw Mac the Jack and I saw Bone, I listened to him. And then after I listened to him, you know, I started, digging in. I said, man, if they can do this shit, let me see something.
Yeah.
So I wrote my first rap, and I was working at KFC on Head Street. And in that rap, I said, man, I'm working at, what I'm saying, making chicken feed and all this type of shit. And next thing you know, I met John Parham and my bro, Kentella Harris, Kenju Records.
Kenju.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to my baby. And so we went ahead, man, and I wrote a rap about myself, and I called it Game. And I was like, and it was about myself because I didn't know about anything else to rap about. Was myself and my environment, what I wanted, what I needed, and what I would hope for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I can't do nothing. But when you do in music, I realize that when you do something and a song really touches you, you know what I'm saying? That's a blessing.
Oh yeah.
It don't matter if it's one person or a lot of people. But anyway, after that, I went to my cousin G Pierce, and I told him that, I was rapping, and he turned me away.
he turned you away.
Yeah, he like, oh, I don't want to hear that, cuz I got a session. Bam. And the nigga had the studio in my grandmama's house. We was not able or at all allowed to go in that studio because that's what's his business.
Yeah.
And seeing I'm blessed because Don Q and G, they actually play instruments.
Oh yeah.
If I hum a melody or anything like that,
they
listen and they make it happen. So that was one thing I was spoiled with because all my beats were tailor made, you know. And so fast forward, man. I talked to Ken, I talked to June. They listened to my little verse I had, and after that, Ken said, "You know what, man?" He said, "I'm gonna put you in my group." I said, "NOTP?" He said, "Yeah." I said,
Yeah.
well, you ain't gonna talk to Algie and Stan?" He said, "Well, Stan brought Algie in, so I'm bringing
So you
you
bring
in."
you in, yeah.
I bet it
No
up.
doubt.
So linked up with them,
Mm.
man, and we ended up going to Larry Stewart's studio,
Yeah.
and that was the first time that we, as a group, we did our first song writing together, and that
Mm.
was "Shooting the Breeze." And so,
Did numbers.
right, and I'm shooting the breeze. Stan J gave me the line: "If you mess around with Footy, you get that dirt up on your back." That line. So,
Yeah.
so I fed off of them. Far as I was the oldest in age by a year,
Mm. But
but
they
I
had
was
more.
right. But I was the baby in the group, and
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah,
admire at the same time. They made me want to do better
yeah.
because that was at the time where you wrote your shit right then and there, and you got in the booth right then and
Hmm.
there.
Yep.
And when I was dealing with my cousin G, you know what I'm saying, he was the type of nigga where it's doing good or bad, he gonna look at you like a statue.
Mm.
And if you get anything out of him to budge, then you know that
Yeah,
you're doing right.
yeah.
And so fast forward because you spoke on this,
Mm.
um, how I got signed with Five Freddy.
Yeah, yeah. Yep. I want to get into
Okay.
that because a lot of people, and I'm gonna make sure you watch Direct. I don't know
Yeah.
if you seen that video with Direct that I did. Me and Crystal did.
Uh-uh.
Thawed magazine.
Uh-uh.
He was Chicago. He from Chicago with Triple Darkness. He rapped with Twista and
Yeah. Yep, I know.
but
Yeah.
yeah, on that video I mentioned y'all. I said when he talk about Crucial Conflict because he got a son with Crucial Conflict with Never. I
Right.
was like, well, Footy. We know we guy from my city. Footy was on that label. So
Yeah.
why you'll see it. Peep that out. But get
And
into that. Yeah, let's hear about that.
yeah, and see, and then how I ended up with Five Freddy was um they had a showcase at Bernard Terry spot, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
Legend.
yeah, and so what it was Ill Street, and it was two other acts. Madam Dame was there, and
Shout
yeah,
out,
shout out
Madam
to
Dame,
Madam.
legend.
Yep, and
Mm-hmm.
it was somebody else in there, but I was featured on each one of their songs.
Mm.
And so each time they went up, I went up with them. I'm coming in, bam, bam, bam. And so
Yeah.
that's when I was rocking the braids. And then that's when Fab was like, well, who was the guy with the kid with the braids? He said, because this nigga on everybody's
Everybody said,
shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And so that's when, after a while, Devious, that was in Ill Street, because it was Devious, G Ball, and my cousin Skeet.
Okay.
Devious decided he didn't want to be in the group no more at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so when he left that group, I ended up doing a project with Ill Street. So I went from NOTP,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then I ended up with Ill Street. Now, when we got with Ill Street, like I said, I was put with that group because Skeeter, he's my cousin, and it was G Ball. And we had
Mm.
another guy named Devious, but Devious, he dropped out, and I took his place.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's
Yeah.
how I ended up with the Ill Street project, with the I'm
Mm-hmm.
Coming Through, which they have on YouTube and everything like that also now too. And
So
so
so NOTP was the first group you was in, right?
yes,
How
yes.
many album songs did y'all do together?
Now watch this. With the NOTP, that's why you got to be smart. I was on Shooting the Breeze. I had 50
Yeah.
Ways to Be a Player. Those were songs that I was blessed with. Mr. Crockett would play on the radio station.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and 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 so with that being said, uh I pretty much from project to project, it was like with different people until I got into my solo. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? And so after Ken had one with Young Jules, that was just him and
Yeah.
Algie. I was on there.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ken had another one, and I was on that one too. And then now the stuff that I'm getting ready to drop, I have Greg Street introducing one of my songs,
Mm-hmm.
and then I have a song with Big Mike, and I have a couple more things too that I've been working on over this project. It's been like a 3-year process. We went
Okay.
we went straight old school with it, where it's just like You know, I'm at the age right now. Yeah, I can write and I can go ahead and flow it, but I still want the quality. You know what I'm
Oh
saying,
yeah,
to be with that. So it's
yeah,
just like this shirt right here. You know, we all our own brand. You know,
yeah.
Right.
and so that's the same thing. So you know, and like I said, when it come down to Saginaw, I was fortunate and blessed due to the city being like it is. Sad to say, with the set tripping and all that shit and
Oh
everything like that,
man,
whatever. That
yeah.
whereas I was blessed to be, you know, I'm not born and raised in Saginaw.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was blessed. Well, my stepdad, he told me, you know what I'm saying? He say, man, you come from a
You
city where
wasn't
they
in the middle of all of it.
right. And that's what he
Yeah,
told me. He said, you know, so he said you neutral because you're not from around here. And I
exactly.
was blessed to go to the high for a while and everything. So I was a teenager here. But as far as this music thing go, that's what happened when it came down to me and Fab them. And then what happened with that, they man, fucked up the deal.
Oh man,
And because what it was, they was being impatient. I ain't gonna hold you up. And
yeah.
so because at the end of the day, it was a process that we were supposed to go through. They had
Uh,
even got us into the Source magazine.
yeah, I remember y'all had a
Right.
good. I mean, Buzz was
Yeah,
up
right.
there back then.
I
Yeah,
mean, these dudes flew us all the way to New York, G.
yeah, yeah.
Took us shopping and everything. I'm in that motherfucker like, oh nigga. Fast Freddy. Come on, man. Come
Yeah,
on. I'm in this
yeah.
nigga house.
And that's what we talking about as far as he had crucial conflict too. I think a lot
Yeah,
of times.
because that's exactly. We was
Yeah,
right up in that era.
yeah.
So man, god damn it, I swear on everything I love, man. I was pissed off because they wanted to go independent. But then this is shit though. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
there because their group had a little hookup.
Oh yeah,
In the
yeah. Everybody
motherfucking
at
Ill Street shit, if you look at the props, my face is in the middle.
middle. Yeah,
Other.
yeah,
If my face wasn't in that motherfucker, who would know G ball and who would know ski in this genre? You know what I'm saying? And when I say it like that, it's because I was blessed enough whereas I did 4 projects and they was all successful.
hmm,
And but when I went solo and I did my dollar bill steering wheel, it
yeah.
was straight pretty much me and it was G Ball rest in peace with my boy Reg and my
Hmm,
cousin Skeet.
yeah,
And I take nothing from UBU when I say this, but G being our cousin and being everything like that, whatever, it was a test for us to do that on our own for
hmm,
everything that he had even taught us, from recording to making sure that our stuff was professional enough to be presented. So
yeah,
so I've been blessed to be on at least 3 CDs, you know, that's done well in Saginaw, and I've been blessed. Whereas even though I'm not from Saginaw, I claim Saginaw, Sag Nasty, and then on top of that, I was blessed. Whereas the city embraced me because everybody don't embrace everybody in Saginaw.
yeah,
No, they don't.
And and
yeah.
and
It's a
and
lot
and
of
and
side to
and
side.
and,
It,
and, and it's a goddamn shame. For the simple fact is,
man.
cause I do the math. When I leave the south side of Chicago and I make it to the west side
Mhm.
of Chicago,
Yeah,
it's the same difference of almost going from, like, you know, through the whole city of Saginaw.
hmm,
Hmm.
And it's like the set tripping for us right now, being in our mid 40s and our 40s and everything like that. I'm gonna put it like this: y'all fucking up because we had big mamas and shit and everything like that growing up as kids.
yeah.
Hmm.
Now we got grandmamas and all this shits and everything like that, whatever, you know, in the club popping their shit. I don't know. But when I was a shorty growing up, you know, we couldn't even go over your grandma's house unless you had your church clothes. And you wouldn't go home till after you went to have church.
Right.
Yeah.
You
And you know
know?
what? I definitely agree on a lot of it because I come from the north side of Saginaw, and
Yes.
even with dealing with putting the magazine, I show love to the city, and
Yes.
I already know. I know probably I'm hoping nobody on the side was like, man, why you showing love to them or that. I don't know anybody any of your beef y'all had or anybody had.
Hey,
I'm doing the
and
magazine
see,
for the city, so I was hoping, but I felt like a lot of times. I mean, I'm hoping it wasn't that, but Saginaw didn't get behind Thawed or quite a few But as much as Saginaw could have been, I feel like it could have been more people getting behind each magazine because they carry anywhere it was going, it was rocking the people with them.
Right.
Man, look here, man. Jesus had to leave his town for he to be respected. So it's the same thing with us. You know what I'm saying? They feel like when you in Saginaw, you really ain't doing shit because you in Saginaw. But look at all the talent that came out this motherfucker. Some gave back and some said, wipe my ass with these niggas.
Right.
You said
real shit talk. We ain't got no Foot Locker on Genesee, nigga.
Right.
Man, I rode down Genesee. Man, I don't live in Saginaw no more. But man, I rode down Genesee. It's like expressway now, nigga. They done took down like 4 motherfucking lights.
Oh yeah.
And you just rip through that bitch.
I just was there like what, last weekend, and it's nothing. Everything getting towed down. It's like a ghost town.
They trying to green zone it. We knew they was trying to green zone it years ago. When I was back out, when I was on them streets blocks, they would tell us that. The police. I remember one time the police pulled up on some of my young dogs out there and was like, "Y'all know y'all fucking up, right?"
Yeah.
He said, "Y'all got the state boys involved and this, that, and that." And it was like, and he started mentioning names, and they were like, "Oh, who? How you know him?" Man, I said, "Bro, they know about everybody, bro, and they got plans, and they trying to execute the plans by zeroing that mug out." You know what I'm saying? But I think they didn't understand the effect of what they was doing because they didn't know it was gonna push most people to the west side.
True. Right. True. Yeah. You know, but you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, you know, if I would have like made like bread, anything like that, I'd have gave back to the city in some type of way.
That's what my goal be.
You know, yeah, most definitely.
Because it's sad to say that, you know, right now in our genre, with these kids that's born in the 90s, you know what I'm saying, and in the early, you know, millennium, the 2000 and all that, and we losing these girls, these women, you know what I'm saying, and all this type of stuff, you know, the crime and everything like that. And let's face it, man, Saginaw's a small ass town. I don't even call it a city, nigga. Everybody in there know each other. They don't want to know your first name. What's their last name?
Right.
I never been no shit like this. What's their last name? You know what I'm saying? Because then that's when you can identify your brand as a person.
Right.
You got to go up the tree.
See what I'm saying? So that's how come in, you know, hey.
And Saginaw is so talented, man. It's I mean, supposed to been on years ago. I look at it, but
and so these niggas acting like some hoes. Because for the simple fact is, everybody want the same thing, but they want we all the world around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And so that's the whole deal when it come down to it, man. And that's how come I feel like our generation fucked up. We from the 70s, dude. And so all our kids, a lot of sitting on grandkids right now, you know?
Yeah. I agree with you. I used to tell cats, man, because I'm definitely a cat that's for the younger generation. Yeah. And I tell them, man, it's not their fault. Don't blame everything on them. You know what I mean? Don't blame it. No, stop that.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't blame everything.
No, you can't, man, because you know the apple don't fall from the tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, goddamn, you know,
we still, even in our generation, you know, I give credit because the young cats right now, a lot of them supporting each other and pushing each other. I done had young cats from the media, man. Shout out to AJ Cole, Saginaw Sound, Meets Go TV, Flick the Rick. I done reached out or they reached out. Young cats, man. I remember back when we was coming, cats would look at you, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a straight war and battle most of the time, and that carried on to what now the younger generation a lot of times got to break what was going on then.
And I'm gonna tell you like this, nigga. Just like they say, a rose out of concrete. We don't have a nice amount of roses come about. You know what I'm saying? The Saginaw.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's one thing that I can say is that it's sad that it's like it's been going over these years like it has been because it's so much talent here.
So much.
You know, I admire like right now, it's like, you know, I'm learning off the youngers, you know what I'm saying, generation at the same time. Yeah. But I'm still doing me. But at the same time, it's like, you know, now we went through that era. Our kids shouldn't be going through that right now.
Yeah.
You know, so we done went from rapping to some politicking because that's what rap is anyway.
It's everything. It comes from the streets, so you're gonna hear it all.
Right.
You know what I mean? I can't blame them for talking. I always told the cat, man, I said I can't blame them for talking guns. I wish they wouldn't talk about as much, But
Yes.
you gonna hear it in my songs too.
Yes.
I mean, it ain't like I'm gonna look like, dog, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
I did it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
I can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? I just, my thing about Saginaw, it go back years, you know, and you know our generation damn near tore up all the clubs.
Oh yeah.
You,
Oh, yeah.
I one reason with the magazine, I couldn't hardly, it wasn't no clubs to really go to. They was trying to
No.
ban us from Hamilton.
Right.
Almost every club that was getting up was getting shut down. Like, no, we don't want you. Nope.
Yeah.
So it was hard to even cover artists because they couldn't get shows.
Right.
Right.
Because and then at the same time, they was set tripping around this joint. G. They don't game bang, they set trip. It's a difference.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I'm saying. And that's the whole deal. And then the whole deal is you have a conversation one-on-one with somebody on the other side of town. They damn near want the same thing you want.
Oh, yeah. They all aiming
You know,
for the same.
this city is too small. Man, it's too small. For the unity not to be there and the support shouldn't be there. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro.
Man, these motherfuckers should be around here like Cash Money and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
coming out this bitch. But
get behind one cat and pushing.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know that I'm in Arkansas now, and I
Yeah.
kind of peep the game a lot of times from other cities and states, from Louisiana to Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can see the differences, not talent-wise,
Right.
but just how it's operated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like in Texas, they had gatekeepers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
DJs, and I talked to one of my dog, my big sis, Skylife. You know what I mean? She worked with Mo3 and Trap Boy. She worked with all of them. Rap a lot. She was a gatekeeper. You know what I'm saying? The things that they do, even like here in Arkansas, Bankroll Freddy. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them cats got behind him. When they came out, he was saying,
Oh, Broden froze.
Arkansas. You didn't hear the city, the state was pushing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's and then when you get to Saginaw, it's hard to get past Detroit and Flint because in Saginaw everybody side. So it's hard for you to get another side of town behind you when you stay beefing with them.
Well, true that. Because now we was fortunate when I was with NOTP. You know what I'm saying? Even though we was known as representing mostly on the South Side, we still had a citywide, you know.
Oh yeah, I know
genre
the
of
North
people.
was giving you love. East side,
Yeah. The whole city.
Y'all was one of the rare ones though.
And
Right.
that's what I'm saying when we say the power of music.
Yeah.
You know, because it brings us all to the same table. You know, I don't give a fuck what side you from. If you hot, you hot.
You hot.
You know,
and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even know where y'all was from. I grew up with, I played ball with Algie.
Yeah.
You know, and Ken, went to school with Ken and Stan, but I didn't even look at it like, oh, they, you know, even though I'm from the North, I ain't on 7th to 10th, I ain't never looked like, oh man, look at, I was like, hey, that's what's up. Oh, because my homeboy had a flyer, he had y'all flyer, y'all had flyers passed around and everything. Y'all was hard on the promotion though.
Yeah, and
y'all was killing the promotion.
When I first got with them, when I first met Ken, like I said, it was in Saginaw High, and it was in the 10th grade in the art class, Mr. Taylor, and messed around, and then I drew Mike Tyson for him because he was built like Mike Tyson to me. And so me and him, we hit it off as friends. And then, like I said, I walked up in the Rage Records and Tapes, and I saw Mac the Jacker and Bones tape up in that cabinet. And after that, I went to Ken and I told him a rap that I had did. And after I did that rap for him, he called John Parham in the room. Ken said, "You wrote that?" I was like, "Yeah." Next thing you know, Ken said, "I'm gonna put you in my group." I said, "NOTP?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "What about Algie and Stan?" And he said, "Shit, Algie brought Stan in, so I'm bringing you in." And the first song we did was "Shooting the Breeze."
And I remember y'all had the video for it. You know, y'all had like a West Coast funk type.
We went to we got flew down to Vegas for that shit. I ain't saying that. I'm not saying I'm not ungrateful. I'm very grateful because that shit that we did back then, compared to your phones right now, you know what I'm saying? We could have stayed at the cut, but it was a good experience. You know, we got
it was something different.
Oh yeah, and
it
then
wasn't just shot in Saginaw scenes and
Chicago. It was an honor too, because I can say this, that I was blessed to do. I've actually lived off of rap money.
Yeah.
And some people don't have a chance to really even say that. I've
Right.
actually made money from my talent.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
No
Whereas
doubt.
I've you know what I'm saying, and whereas I've been able to bless my family and everything like that and maintain at the same time. And
Yeah.
so that's one thing that I can say because it's a different generation, which it should be.
Mm-hmm.
And but from our genre and everything like that, you know what I'm saying, at that time, yeah. You know, and so yeah, and I'm learning from the new ones right now.
Oh, you
You
got
know
to
what I'm
keep
saying?
learning.
Because you got to stay
Most
up on it
definitely.
anyway.
Yeah.
But far as our genre go and everything like that, and as long as we've been in the game for everything we doing, it's a blessing, especially coming out of Saginaw.
Oh yeah, no
Most
doubt, no
definitely.
doubt.
Yeah.
We gonna see, Chris. You got any questions or something? You just want to know, right quick. We kind of been covering a lot of things.
Right, right.
Yeah, you got anything you want to ask? Like you want to know that you think people might want to know?
Yeah. So being that you're making music now and you were just kind of speaking on the era of the young people, when you're making your music now, do you make your music surrounded to the new cadence of style of music or you just stick to what you're accustomed to?
Yeah, I believe that pretty much when it come down to it, yeah, I just do me. And then when you listen to it, it's just like back in the day when rap first came out, everybody's playing that goddamn James Brown up a beat up on them. Some type of shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
And
Yeah,
so it's like right now, you know what I'm saying? You might hear motherfucking Can you stand the rain? And
a
one of
lot
these
of
little niggas will be
remixes.
singing that shit now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's changed, but it still stayed the same in its own different kind of way. Because like right now, back then, I thought Bones and Thugs was rapping fast shit. Hell
Oh
no.
no, it's different.
Mm-mm.
And
Oh
you
man,
know
I can
what?
understand everything they say now.
Oh yeah,
Right.
and you know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. I felt like you was ahead of the curve on that because you had like until the end. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
until the
saying? You
end.
had
Yeah,
songs with already with rhythm and flow and a little harmony. You
yeah.
had that already, so that transcended to right now, especially. So you didn't have to make a big change.
Man, the first rap I even did, I was like, could it be his game? It's the same, man. The thing changed. You know the name that I scream, Footy G. Could it be his game? It's the same, man. The thing changed. You know the name that I scream, Footy G. That was the
See,
beginning of that hook.
and the
Right.
catchy melodies, catchy,
Yeah,
and you know what I'm saying, and you spitting real.
yeah,
So it was already where you didn't have to like
yeah.
adjust and let me switch up my flow a little bit.
No,
You know
Right.
what I'm
and
saying?
see, and that's the whole thing with music is that you do you. That's what it's the
Supposed to
realness.
be you, not
I
somebody else.
call it feel me without touching.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because right
Yeah.
now we know in life, words hurt worse than a physical hit.
Oh yeah.
Most definitely. It cut
Because
Some
that's
way
gonna
more
people
stick
deep.
with your
some people
heart
hit
like a
their heart.
tattoo, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So that's how
Mm-hmm.
come when it come down to it, you know, you treat people like you want to be treated.
No doubt.
Saginaw, the whole entire city has been, good for me, and the
Mhm.
haters are very, very lower than my motherfucking welcomers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So and that comes with life. It don't
Yeah.
just come with
Yeah.
music. You know what I'm saying? So I admire all these young guys that's doing what they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And I still salute the guys that, you know what I'm saying, that's still doing their thing because music has no age to it.
No, it don't.
No,
They
no.
try to put one on hip hop, but it don't.
Nah, you know what
Mm-mm.
It,
I'm saying? Nah,
only age part of it is popularity. Because a lot of times
exactly.
the popularity go to the younger people, that they look at newer people out. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that ain't got nothing to do with the music. You
right.
make
Right.
good music, you make good music.
Thank you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And if you hook fire, you hook fire. I ain't got to know the
Yeah.
goddamn verses. You know what I'm
Man,
saying? So,
Right.
because a lot of older artists, man, they doing touring now. You just don't see them
yeah.
as much, but they touring. They making money
Mm-hmm.
off the tours.
Hey, cause
Going
like right now,
overseas.
I've been trying to figure out who I can do a verses with.
I seen that.
Yeah.
I see when you put that on the page. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I ain't
I
in it
said,
for
look
the.
at Footy. He finna start some mess, man.
Yeah. Oh, I did too. Then I. Yeah, you wipe my ass with all that shit I started. But hey, but on some real on some real talk because
Yeah.
it's like, and I had to tell them on that post, dude, I ain't trying to battle nobody. I
Oh,
just
there's a
want
lot of names mentioned. I seen a lot of names mentioned. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, yeah,
Young, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, this generation names,
yeah,
older generations. It was people mentioning some names.
yeah. And so all I need somebody is to send me. Come on, let's do that.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like I said, it's for the fun and it's for the the awareness of what's going on with your own city. And and,
exactly.
and what's sad to say, dog, I don't care who I bump into on what side of town and that they from. Everybody in the goddamn city want the same thing, but they not doing it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All of you. So
Mhm.
at the end of the day, I ain't gonna stop the violence because that shit ain't gonna stop. Man,
Oh
what
no,
y'all
nowhere you. Yeah.
cut that shit out. You know,
It's yeah. Yeah.
because
It's some
damn
other
near
things.
everybody in Saginaw almost related to each other. Shit, I'm quite sure y'all got somebody gonna walk in y'all house with the wrong last name you don't want to hear. Shit. So that's how small this town is, man.
Footy preacher
Very.
doing.
So so
Okay.
you know, so I can go on and on with the shit.
Please
But
believe
Yeah.
me.
other than that, man, like I said, man, this here gonna be history. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you
Yeah.
letting me be a part of your history and a
No
part of
doubt.
your bio at the same time too, bro.
Man, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? That's you right up there with everybody.
Mhm.
It's like Footy. You know what I'm saying? Because we did the cover issue with I think it was 2013, 12, somewhere in
Yeah,
12.
it was around 13 and
Yeah, I
12.
came over to y'all spot, man.
Yeah,
Talked to my boy Ken, man. Much love to Ken. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Algie, the whole crew, you know what I'm saying? Kenju,
yeah,
especially. You know, and they always showed me love. It wasn't no, oh man, we you can't no, it was just what you need, bro.
yeah.
Ken, I remember Ken broke out the CDs. He had man, he had in Saginaw, I had put a video up. It was the Vault, called it the Vault. He
I
had almost
remember
all
that.
the Saginaw
I remember that.
artists.
Yeah,
Ken is a true hip hopper. You know
yes,
what I mean? He
yes,
had mostly all artists that came out. He
yes.
had their albums. You might not know he got it, but he
He
got
pull
it.
out stuff that they ain't even got no more.
They ain't even got man. He had ours.
Mhm.
I ain't even had
Yeah. We call it the treasure chest.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah,
it's those kind of cats right there, and that's bro. That's big bro.
yeah.
But and I don't call many people big bro. That's
Right.
big bro. And
Yeah,
there's people that I was just talking about with Charles Conley, that hip hopper. When you find a hip hopper and they
yeah,
love what you do and they try to find what you do and they celebrate what you do, you
yeah.
ain't really even got to look for them. They come to get you. You know what I'm
That's true.
saying?
That's
Them the
true.
kind of that Saginaw need more of. That
Yeah,
cat, if Footy G put an album out, he shouldn't have to say, hey, you know, the hip hoppers around Saginaw should be like, oh man, hey, Footy just put something out. You know
yeah.
what I'm
Right.
saying?
Because it's and you can never have too much, but it is too much talent in Saginaw.
And there's a lot
You
of
know what
people
I'm saying?
dropping.
For real. And yeah, because I ain't gonna get to you in the wrong way because these little niggas out here getting it.
They getting it. And they
Mhm.
You know what I'm
coming quick
saying?
and fast. They popping them.
And
Right.
that's why I'm glad, you know, I raised some of them because I'm learning from them at the same time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But then it's still a thing when it's with the music, music is music. It don't
Music is
matter
music.
what's what. As long as you coming like you supposed to, man, I call it feel me without touch.
Yeah,
Mhm.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
And that's pretty much what it is. When like
man.
my biggest song that everybody gave me the compliment is Until the End.
Till the end was a
And and
monster.
and
And shout
see,
out to Bugsy too. Didn't Bugsy direct that, or who directed that? I seen it
yes,
on Bugsy videos.
Bugsy did that when he was
Yeah,
first getting started.
because Bugsy
Mhm.
did a lot of
Yep,
videos of Saginaw back then, man.
yeah,
Shout out to
yep.
Bugsy,
And
man.
see now, just like that. Shout out to the projects. That's where Bugsy was from.
Right.
And bro,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
don't
AKA
understand
Boo
that, man. They
Bay.
was collect. They might have been beefing. It might have
You
been
know what I'm
inside beefs,
saying?
but music wise,
And
Cat was.
everybody know the South Side claim me, even though I ain't from the city, you know, but you know, hey, it is what it is. You
Right.
know?
Yeah, you know what I'm
Shit.
saying,
So
and that's
yeah.
love because even with me, I was from 7th and Tuscola. Poke was from 10th and Burt, and Knee
Uh-huh.
Dash was mostly on 14, but we all rock 7. And we would
Okay.
go to the South Side. I remember we went to the studio with y'all one time with Ken to the studio y'all went to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we would go on the South or we would go on the East. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If we going.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, me myself, I was citywide because I wasn't from here. And so and my pop, you know what I'm saying, from Saginaw, well, you know, my step pops, he pretty much he gave me the drill. He drove me around Saginaw. We
Yeah.
did a good 35 minutes. And
Uh-huh.
then we crossed Genesee, and next thing you know, crossed James. He said, "Now you see right here."
It ain't.
He
It's close.
he said, "Now you're on the north side." I said, "What?" He said, "Yeah." And when I came to Saginaw, and when I went to Saginaw High, and when I went up in there, like I said, I seen leather coats, girls with hairdos on, and niggas with jewelry and everything like that. I said, "These niggas right here spoiled. They ain't had no locks on their door. They didn't have no IDs or none of that. Everybody went to lunch at the same time. Then you walk outside and niggas got cars. Man, they told me
Yeah, I ain't
Saginaw High
had
was the
one.
roughest school in the city. Man, when I
Yeah.
got to the crib, my mama said, "How was it, son?" I said, "They spoiled."
Yeah, right. Yo, you did.
I said, they spoiled, mom. I said, these girls right here, they wearing gold, got the hairs done. Finger waves, nigga. I ain't never seen them till I came down here. You know, because in my, like, I'm telling you, so I come from the bottom that still was the point where it's, you know what I'm saying, I'm still attached to my 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 Chicago for the simple fact is I never knew if I had to ever go back.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah,
so you know, so but
yeah.
other than that, to me, I love Saginaw, Michigan. And I was in love with Saginaw until I lost my brother from Saginaw.
Mm.
And after he was killed, I just had to go ahead and rearrange things because I have children that, you know what I'm saying, that need their daddy.
Yeah.
Right.
And
And,
so
and what year was that he got killed? Like in
he was killed in
like
2003.
3? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Damn, 19 years, man.
yeah,
Now,
yeah,
I remember because y'all was at the house. It was across. It was a little path. I forgot. Can't think of the house that y'all was at, but I remember the
yeah,
service when y'all was all over there.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, yeah, all day long. Yep, that's the song that I made for him on that
All
album.
day long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
yeah,
Cecil. Yeah, but that was pretty much. So, you know, I was blessed and fortunate enough to put my heart into it. And then G Ball, rest in peace.
yeah. Rest in
Him,
peace, G Ball.
yeah,
And you know
him,
what? I never did put that together because I seen G Ball do a lot of music, but I never put that together that he was with EL Street for some
yeah,
reason.
yeah. And G Ball, how I met G Ball is because of my cousin Skeet.
Yeah,
And
and
Skeet was part of,
and not to cut you off, but I do remember was that Ill Plague Records because
yeah,
I remember seeing him with Ill Plague Records too.
yeah.
Ill Street was under that.
Ill Plague Records was their brand.
Okay,
So it was, you know, pretty much Ill Street, but Ill Plague was theirs. And
okay,
everything, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that was pretty much, you know, they label and everything that we had went on.
okay,
And like I said, when it came down to it, I started out, I was a feature with NOTP. And then I was a feature when it came down to Ill Street. I was in the group with them, like I said, and Fab them had signed us.
mm-hmm.
And like I said, and when it came down to it, when it was time, I wanted to wait longer, but I was outvoted because they felt like that Fab them was taking too long to get us out there. And I'm like, it don't get no higher than this skyscraper right
Man, he
here.
did. Yeah, sometimes business take time.
Nigga, you got to know when to hold up and shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, so that's when after that, that's when I went ahead, you know what I'm saying? I came front, but my album that I did, the Dollar Bill Steering Wheel, 95% of that CD was done with G Ball and Ski.
Okay,
And Red and my boy Reg. And
yeah,
so, you know, and that was a test for us because that CD that I did, that was a solo CD, it was done, all the music and everything was done from Ill Street
yeah.
and everything, you know what I'm saying? So we
No
was able
doubt.
to graduate from my cousin G Pierce just on the point of everything that he's even taught us, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
this
And
was
you
the
did
whole
songs too. You and Pierce, your cousin, y'all did. I know he put you out the studio, but y'all did eventually do some songs
Oh
together.
yeah, how I got into the studio was because when I got with NOTP,
Yeah.
that's when I got in the studio. They was walking into the room, and I was the last one to walk, and he stopped me. He said, hey, cuz, he said, I got a session right now. I said, yeah, cuz, I'm in this one.
Ah.
And so G, let's keep it 100.
Yeah.
He didn't do the rap beats back then. Don
Right.
Q did.
Okay.
So G did mostly the R&B.
Yeah.
So I came in, and that's when Don Q put me on in the booth. And that's when we did Shooting the Breeze
You
up in
couldn't
there.
stop you then.
Yeah, he couldn't say. And after that, G got married years later, right?
Yeah.
And his wife asked him. She said, "How did Footy end up with them? Why you didn't never boom boom?" And G said like this. He said, "Cause I didn't believe him. Because I used to mark G around the crib. He
Yeah.
walk around, he'd be making little high notes and stuff like ooh, all that type of stuff. And I would do it, you know. And I mess with him and shit like that or whatever. But when I came to him, like I said, and it was time for me to go with him in the studio, he stopped me at the door. He's like, cuz, he said, I got a session. I said, yeah, cuz, I'm in this motherfucker.
Hey,
Move to
but
the
you know
side.
what? I kind of feel him in a way.
Yeah.
I wasn't there at that time. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Right.
But I got a niece, Sierra Page, man. She one of the coldest in Saginaw. And when she was little, she would always be around us, but she wouldn't rap.
Right.
And I'd be like, come on, I see it. Then you go and say something. She wouldn't do nothing.
Right.
And I heard her one time. I was like, oh man, we was in the studios that time, but I couldn't take her because I really didn't hear her.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But then all of a sudden she put it on, was doing videos, and it was like she was getting millions of views, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? And because that's the same thing, because like I said, my cousin G is his first wife. She asked him flat out. She said, how did he end up with them and you didn't, do this with him? And he said, because I ain't believe he was serious. And you know what I'm saying? But like I said, because I used to mock him, but I come from a generation of these things, like from going to church. You know, back then, you couldn't even go over your grandmama's house unless you had your church clothes, and you wasn't going home until after church. That's how we did it in the sky. I don't know how they did it down here.
6 hours.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
About 2, 3 o'clock.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? We down there. We sitting at the pool, hit about 16 of us going, pass it down. Lord, thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Getting slapped if you fall asleep.
Right.
I remember peaches and everything at Tabernacle.
Yes. You
know, your candy. They see you crying and mad at some lady want to pass you some candy.
Right.
Yeah, get that to him.
Butterscotches and peppermint.
All them good memories.
Yeah, all day long, bro. So it's a blessing, you know what I'm saying, to see, how we did things in the past, and now we seeing how the president is doing, you know what I'm saying, and then we even see how they doing new samples and shit and everything that.
It's always.
So I've always been a fan of music, period. And then it's like right now, these kids right now, they doing their thing and they doing music.
Yeah.
And they repetitive with
Shout
that
out to
shit,
the youngsters,
man. You know what I'm saying? Because what's that one motherfucker before we go? Game. That's all they want. Game. Jesus Christ. That motherfucker. Oh, man. If I could have got here for just saying that one shit. Game.
Who?
That's all I got.
What beat is it on?
Game.
I just heard one. I heard a young dog on the NWA beat. But I hear so many artists, man. I'm wondering now. You got me wondering who that is.
Yeah, it was 21 Savage, man. That motherfucker.
Oh, okay. I thought you talking about a Saginaw cat.
That's all I want. Yeah, all I'm on. And that's a hit.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah,
man, it had been amateur, the Apollo on the corner of Genesee, nigga. You do some shit like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, man, get your ass off these streets, motherfucker. Come on, man. Man.
But we want to shout out all the viewers too, man. They've been rocking with us. I know I done seen at least 9 at one time rocking with us. We got a couple comments too. Shout out to Catherine Rivers, sis, man. We appreciate the comments. If y'all want to drop some comments, man, drop your comments and let us know. Just say what's up, holler, support, share it if you can.
And even if you don't, we know you looking with your looking ass. Give a fuck about no numbers, nigga. Somebody gonna rewind this bitch.
Okay.
Tell them to play again. Give it another share, man. Y'all support Thawed, Footy G. And I don't know. I love all media, man. I ain't competing with no media in Saginaw. I'm trying to go for Say Cheese and all of them other medias, man. But when you look at Thawed magazine, tell me how many artists you gonna see on there. Tell me all the articles, the news. Go to the website. You're gonna see everybody. You finna see Footy G on there today. You know what I'm saying? When you see Thawed magazine, you ain't seeing just a Thawed magazine, you seeing plenty of artists in there. So never a question of support, because you're gonna see artists from all over. So y'all go and rock with Thawed. Go check out the website. Check out all the artists that's on there. And if you say I ain't got enough, then we gotta change that. Crystal gonna have to get the writing, and I'm gonna have to get the writing. We gotta get more in.
I know that's right, man. Well, I appreciate it, man, so much, and it's an honor and it's a pleasure, and I'm proud of you, man, because you know what I'm saying. The game don't stop. The game don't stop. You know what I'm saying. Stop. So keep on shooting these fucking free throws on these motherfuckers, man. So
Hey,
so.
And I appreciate it, man, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if you knew when I was doing the hype, 2003 is when I started.
Yeah.
And I really, you know what I'm saying, I ended my rap career like at 25, 24. I didn't even want to rap no more. I just wanted to put on media because we didn't have that.
Right.
And I remember going to a show and Bone was performing. It's before they changed it to Decades, I think it was. I forgot what it was before that.
Yeah.
But Bone had pulled me and we talked, and he was like, man, this is what the Saginaw need, man. So I've been fortunate going back to that point all the way to now to deal and talk with or have the support of from Bone Scandalous to Mac the Jacker. Mac, you know what I'm saying? I got a number. He hit me up. Who else?
Tell Mac we need to do a voices.
I might, if you tell me, I'm gonna hit him up and let him know. You know what I mean? You know, he got the back
tell
boys
Mac the
doing
Jacker what
thing.
my
Shout
name
out to
is.
Mac the Jacker, man.
Yeah, I love the Mac.
Yeah, but all you know what I'm saying, everybody like including I done got love from Skylife in Texas, the Wreck in Chicago, did a phone interview with Rashida. And, you know, it's always a pleasure, but I always look to the fact that, you know what I'm saying, from Mac, Footy, Bone Scan, any of the artists that was popping or rocking it or setting the stage for the culture back then, they were showing me love, the hype love, and now showing Thawed love, me, Crystal, Jeff, swear to God, Stephen Daughter, it's plenty of, we trying to rock it. So we've been fortunate, man, to get that love, and we definitely respect every moment of it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, all the time, man. Yeah, it's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, it's one because we got some of the history that a lot of people don't got as far as that. We can go back to Bone Scandals.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
so,
and that's why I say, you know, it's a blessing to come at our time because we've seen technology, you know what I'm saying, do a lot to right now, whereas everybody can be independent with what they're doing. You know, back in our time, motherfuckers was trying to straight up get deals.
You know, it was all you could.
You know, if you got a deal, red carpet. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know, it was like the show me thing. And then, like we said, we didn't have the technology. We had the street cred. And so, until this day, we blessed where it still goes on, even with the computer without. Niggas didn't even know my real name till Facebook came out. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the network is bam.
And so they was gonna make show because I remember I had J Jack. Most people, if it wasn't for school, they knew me as J Jack. And one day I put in for my Social Security, I think my birth certificate online, and I sent it in. And as soon as they said, we sending it to you, I went to Facebook and they logged me out and said, put your real name in there.
Yeah.
I logged J Jack no more on there.
See what I'm saying? Yeah, I know that's right. And see, and so you know, like I said, it's a good thing that we living in this time where we not seen technology come so far, because for everything that we had to do right there was a different path, you know. And so as easy that they have it right now, you know, it's just all about flat out clout.
Yeah. Tell us before we leave. Tell us something about the Saginaw, you know what I'm talking about, the Saginaw when we used to have the parties at the Jibway, what they call it? Family Affair.
Family Affair, yeah.
Oh yeah, the Family Affair.
You performed at there plenty of times.
We did the Family Affair at least 3 times.
At least 3?
Yeah, because Kermit Crockett on the radio station, he used
shout
to
out his son too. That's my guy.
Yeah, Mr. Crockett. Yes, sir. He used to spin our songs for us. I mean, it was so cold where when we got done with a song, we could actually run straight up to the radio station, and Bernard Shepard or Tony Nempty, one of them, they'll write it in and there. Boom. We got NOTP in here, boy, Footy G, boy, go ahead and play their new song. And see, now Algie and Stan, we did a little, you know, let's do a little thing where it's 2 and 2. So Algie and Stan, they did a song called Doing Bad.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Doing Bad, going. That one.
Yeah, I remember that.
But me, I had a song called 50 Ways to Do a Player. And that motherfucker went straight. I took it straight to the radio.
Yeah.
And they played it, and it was on flotation for a nice while. Thank you, Mr. Crockett, you know, and the Crockett family. You know what I'm saying?
That was love.
Yeah, so like I said, man, it's fucked up that Saginaw is like it is right now because we done been through this and our kids should be going through this shit. Right. Everybody should be supporting each other right now, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody gonna come up out this motherfucker just like Draymond Green and motherfucking, what's his name? Jay Rich?
Yeah, Jay Rich was one.
Lamar Woodley.
You know what
I'm saying? Now who the fuck with the music that's gonna go ahead and make this bitch and go ahead and let the whole, you know?
And you know what? Because we stay up on a lot of cats, man. There's a lot of cats doing something, man. Shout out to Rush D. Williams, man. Platinum producer. Beautiful. You know what I mean? He produced on Lil Wayne track, got platinum plaque, and I think he got sons with Nipsey Hussle too. So, you know, that's one guy from Saginaw, especially. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Cuddles Hopkins,
Yeah.
Billy Zuki Ware. Man, there's some young cats out there, Max Hilly, Mud Brothers. Man, it's quite a few that's still going. They
Right.
pushing. So it's that only problem is, like I say, when you mention 107, I think a lot of it hurt when 107 stopped kind of doing that same support.
Yep.
People had to go to
93.7 now.
Yeah, they had to go to 93.7 to get on.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that hurt once they stopped and went away from helping artists in Saginaw.
Because it's sad to say, man. It's just right now Saginaw is just like it's like almost like a desert. You can ride Genesee, man. Wow, wow, wow.
But it be live online.
Nigga.
Live.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm on the highway on Genesee, nigga, because they done took down like 3-4 lights.
Oh, you can coast on through there now.
Right.
No, they ain't for real?
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
I was there 2 years ago. This month just happened.
Man.
Yeah, because I was just there last Tuesday. Yeah, they done took some lights down, took some buildings down. Yeah.
Hey, Genesee is like Holland now, nigga.
Yeah.
You could go from James to almost to Holland, you know, that whole stretch with no light.
Yeah. And they already was letting the roads get messed up.
The roads
bumpy road all the way.
Yeah, so that's what it is.
We need to put some pressure on the city or something. Jeff from Thawed magazine always putting pressure on the city. So y'all go and rock with Jeff. Tell him to get independent Jeff on and get Thawed to get on this city council about, because I know Deshaun Hayes too. He stay up on them too. Like, hey man, y'all is not doing the city right.
Watch this, man. And I'm going to let y'all go. I've been in Saginaw all these years, and I can't name a fucking mayor down there. I don't know none of them motherfuckers. I don't know a mayor in Saginaw. The only lady that I knew that was politicking was Miss Ham, wasn't it?
Yeah, was it.
Was Miss Ham, baby. You know that name? Ham.
I went to church. Everybody knew her from church.
Everybody knew Miss Ham. See what I'm saying?
That's it. That's all I knew was Miss Ham.
They got to do better, because I know with the schools and stuff, I remember they put $1 million into Houghton, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And shut it down like the next year.
Right.
You know, stuff like that where you be like, what the hell, bro?
Yeah.
How y'all doing
money
the people
where it
right?
don't need to go. Right.
Yeah. So that's what it is, man. Oh, we did good too, nigga. This is going on an hour, 57.
Oh yeah. This is about the times. Yeah.
This man. You know, this better than Steve Harvey.
Okay.
We got to
and we appreciate everybody, man. We still got 8 people rocking. I think they want to hear some more, man. If y'all do, let us know, man. We appreciate y'all. Anything y'all want to know, man, just let it be known now.
Hey, and this is for you motherfuckers who gonna watch it when it's off.
Man,
my undercover lovers and haters. Yeah.
We gonna get ready to end it though, but we got one more thing. You know, Chris, you got anything you want to just end it with, or you want to know from Footy before we close out?
I was just gonna say, what's next? You know, with TikTok and all these new era of ways to put out music, what's next?
Well, I'm telling you right now, since videos are on sale now, that's my whole deal that I'm getting ready to come with is my visual.
Okay.
So I'm blessed and fortunate, whereas I have all my material because I've been working on something for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
And I've been fortunate enough to encounter Big Mike from Rap A Lot Records.
Shout out Rap A Lot, Big Mike.
Yeah. And like I said, I have Greg Street on 2 of my songs introducing me.
Greg Street, the DJ that mixtape.
Yes.
Everybody know Greg Street.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, that Greg Street.
Okay.
Yes. So
I remember he was hot back like
yes
early 2000. He was killing the game. He was like DJ Clue.
Yeah. Anything that came down towards that way went through Greg Street.
Exactly. He was breaking a lot of artists.
Yeah, and luckily, fortunately, due to my brother / manager Ken. He was down there working in Atlanta. He was down there at that radio station for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And so and Greg Street listened to my music and he certified it for me. So and he gave me a nice good, intro shout out on there. You know. So I've been blessed and everything. And then one thing that I have been able to do at that early age is I can actually say that I lived off of and I actually ate off of rap money.
That's
So
a blessing.
yes, ma'am, it is. I actually had a check. I actually had an income from
Word
doing my
season.
music, and
Yeah.
so I applaud all the guys and the kids that's getting it in right now because it's a new generation, and we didn't open doors for no motherfuckers. Times that just changed. You know what I'm saying? And everybody doing their thing as they doing right now. You know what I'm saying? And so
Yeah.
it's a blessing. But like I said, man, I really appreciate what you're doing and what you've done for the city and for the culture at the same time. And then and you be just ready for the next generation and the next generation until you done.
Man.
With them.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
love. That's love, man. And it's
Already.
2022, so we've been doing it 19 years now. So we evolving. We got TikTok. We on Instagram. Finna be on Apple. You got to. You can't if you don't. If you don't evolve, you get lost.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta stay evolving. So yeah, we appreciate you, man. Always just love you so. I mean, bro, that's big. That means a lot to us. So I can't say it get that much bigger. That's much love. That's all we can say. Salute. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know if he lost connection.
Yeah, I don't think he can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I think he did. But yeah. All right. Can you hear me, Footy? Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I think he can't hear me.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. We finna end it. So,
Yeah.
all right, we appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us,
Thank you.
man. Appreciate y'all. Salute. You know what I mean? And you could have chose anything to do in this world, and you chose to rock it with us. So much love. We out. One. Thawed.